Once in a while, put your sack on the track, ho.
You acting funny, like it's some kind of game. State it up, sir, in front of my name. I keep my head up, keep getting better. This rap god, I'm going platinum again. You acting funny, like it's some kind of game. State it up, sir, in front of my name. Dominating your domicile, in and out just like a robbery. Call the cops now.
Well, welcome everybody to Let the Record Spin, episode number 3.
Oh, you tiki now? Go ahead, light your torch.
Hip Hop Radar Underground Show.
Let go.
Sit back, relax, don't go act a fool. We gon' puff some weed and keep on acting cool. I'm on that chill shit, always keeping it real shit. The vibes going up like the smoke in the room, cause
This that Hip Hop Radar Underground Show. This that Hip Hop Radar Underground Show.
Yo, SGR crew, how you doing on this Easter Sunday? Welcome back to Hip Hop Radar Underground. I am Sack Juggalo, and today we got the one and only Frank Terzo, the man with the guitar hand, in the building tonight. How you doing, Frank?
All is good. All is good, man. I'm glad to be here.
Hey, man, well, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. A talented musician like yourself. I know I've been hounding you for an interview for a little while, man. So I'm glad that we're able to make it happen. Man, let everybody know where you're from.
I'm hello, everyone. I'm Frank Terzo. I'm from Toronto, Canada, Ontario. And yeah, it's we're starting to get some good weather. Today was 10 degrees, which is about 40. And for Toronto, it's pretty good. It's we're getting there. Spring has sprung.
And that's what I'm talking about. Now, in Toronto, I know here in California, where I'm at in Sacramento, um, we really only have two seasons. We got wet season and really fucking hot season. Uh, are you guys' trees changing back? Are they coming back? How does the landscape out there look?
Yeah, we get a nice feel of all four seasons. So yeah, the within a couple weeks, because we're gonna get rain next week. No, we get the full effect of all four seasons.
That's beautiful.
Winter being the strongest one, and let's say compared to warmer climates, summer being the weakest, right?
Right.
But it's yeah, within maybe 3 weeks we'll start to see the leaves come up on the trees, and my koi fish pond, the fish will be coming back up to the surface. So it's yeah, it's coming.
So you got a
And
koi
all
pond.
season. I got a koi fish pond. Yeah.
That's amazing. I remember when I was young, my parents' neighbor had, well, we lived in apartments, and right next to the apartments there was this house, and they had a beautiful koi pond, koi pond. And I used to always go over there and feed them and hang out with them, and I put my toes in there, and they nibble on your toes and shit. Uh, it, what like how relaxing is sitting next to this thing, man? Like, let the people know.
Oh yeah. So I during COVID, like when COVID begun, um, there was a pit, and the wife wanted a little koi fish pond about 4 or 5 feet and down a couple of inches. So I started digging in this area, and next thing you know, I was like, felt like Forrest Gump. I just kept digging and digging and digging. There was nothing else to do, and next thing you know, I've got a 16 by 12 foot pond with a 40 foot stream, maybe about 4 feet wide, 5 feet wide, and with two little waterfalls working its way into the pond. So the sound and watching these fish from spring right to November, it's beautiful. It is so relaxing, and I've done a few videos, or like filmed a few shots of the pond with the fish and the sound, but I never got around to posting it. But yeah, it's really cool just sitting there chilling.
Absolutely, and especially on a nice warm summer night. I mean, you got some friends around, you just hanging out. You get out there by the pond, koi pond. Man, I need to stop smoking weed. Shut up. That's bad. Shout out to weed. Maybe I need
That's
to hit
good.
some weed. That's what I need to do. Cheers to y'all. George is in the house, man.
Probably
George,
it.
big salute, man. Good to see you, brother. I hope
Hey.
you're doing well. Happy Easter, bro.
Queen
Caitlin is in the
Survivor.
house too. Come on, give me that hug. Come on.
Mimi.
That's that good stuff. I like that stuff. So
Hello, Caitlin.
we got Frank in the house, man. I'm so happy about this. Let everybody know about Lil Frank, man. He's running around Toronto. What was Lil Frank listening to? What was Frank's parents listening to that got you into music so heavy?
Oh well, my parents, my dad played violin, stand-up bass in a band back in Sicily, and when he came to Canada in the early '50s, he recorded a track in Niagara Falls on the Ontario side of the border, Canada side, and yeah, so my uncles all come from the music scene in Toronto, and quite popular here. And actually, my uncle Sebastian passed in the summer, and he was recognized on the Juno Awards.
Oh wow.
So you saw his picture there, Canadian Junos. And yeah, so I'm the youngest of five brothers, and then I have a younger sister, and all of them play an instrument. So I got to play with my brother's bass, which is still stored here because they stopped playing.
Oh wow.
Drums, guitar, and yeah, music was around me my whole life. Everything. My parents, my mom was a big Beatles fan, and Chuck Berry. This is part of my story. My father was heavy into the Italian music scene, and yeah, so I grew up. I was one of those rebels that had the disco sucks shirt, and yeah, so the jean jacket with the Zeppelin, the Black Sabbath, the Ozzy, the Deep Purple, all the classic 70s rockers, and yeah, Jethro Tull, Pink Floyd, just go on forever.
That's and what you're naming off. You're naming off legends, right? I mean, I love listening to classic rock. It's the only thing I really listen to as heavy as hip hop. Like I love hip hop. This is my number one. Number two is classic rock, and then Motown right behind that. So you're absolutely right. That music in those eras, in this like with the Beatles '60s, '70s, for a lot of the other artists, they shaped a lot of great music around the war era. And war does bring, unfortunately, it brings great music out of people for some reason.
Yeah, look at CCR.
Right? Absolutely. I mean, they are
I
absolutely
don't think
over
there's
that.
a war movie without one of their songs on the soundtrack, right?
That's absolutely. I believe you're absolutely factual on that because you got to have at least one CCR song on any war movie. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Explains. Okay, hold on. What does it say? Explains why music flows so freely from you, Frank. Hey, that's what's up, Queen. Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, you lived the life of it, and your parents were very talented as well, and also lovers of music. Your family has been involved in playing music and making music your entire life. When you were going through high school and things like that, were you ever involved in like a band or part of the choir group or anything like that?
No, just no. But I went into the music room and I stole their a violin and a classic guitar. Like you rent them out back then, and I just never brought it back. No, I was always never really wanting to share my music. Prior to my in my previous life, prior to my struggles with addiction, I think I had about four or 500 songs, and the only place I would play them was in my place, family gatherings, and just never felt comfortable playing in front of anybody. I lost all of those songs. I managed to do the old school of copyright, and before my mom passed away, she actually handed me an envelope a couple years ago and said, "Here, you told me to give this to you one day. You told me to hold on to it." And I opened it up, and there's about 7-8 tracks that I wrote in 1979. Recorded them on a cassette, and the sound quality is terrible, but had all the lyrics. I actually forgotten that I used to actually write out music sheets, and for each one of those songs, and yeah, so that was pretty cool to get those back. I lost the other ones, but yeah.
It's nice to be able to salvage a little bit, though, right? I mean, Shout
Yeah.
out to moms are really great at just putting shit away and just knowing exactly where it's at 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing
Yeah.
that she was able to present that to you and hand that right back to you, man. You'll be able to pass that down to your children at some point. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
let's get
One
into
of those songs.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead. No.
One of those songs was Rainfall that we recently recorded with Lori. I think she texted me. She's going to be here soon.
Shout out to Laurie.
Geez, now I'm on the spot. I got to remember everybody. Colorful Energy, Lori, Gary Hubbs, and Mr. Smith with the bass and drums. And yeah, so that was a remake of that, and I loaned it to the Music for Life charity, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, I'd like to throw a link in for that. It's a good cause. It's for teen cancer.
My grandma, my stepmom, and my stepsister all got taken out by cancer, man. That is a fickle bitch right there, man. Like, either you can beat it or you can't nowadays, and I really hope that anybody that does have it can beat it, because that's just a horrible plane of existence.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Folk Punk, let me shout you out, Funk Punk. Big salute. Thank
That's-
you for coming through and supporting the channel and supporting Frank, man. I appreciate you. And thanks for everybody tuning in tonight, man. I hope everybody had a great Easter. We're able to hang out with Frank on motherfucking Easter. That's crazy. I really didn't think it was going to happen, but I'm glad it did, because we get to cap our weekend off with some great music. And speaking of great music, why don't we get into a song, Frank? I got your YouTube up right now. You want to present them with a song?
Sure.
And what
Which
song?
one are you?
Well, I want to ask you, what song do you want them to hear first?
You know what? Folk Punk has been my sidekick for quite some time. I'd love for him to request it. There he goes. A Million Stars Away. That's not on YouTube yet.
We got it on.
That's from the
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. So
Okay.
yeah.
I got that too. All right,
Yeah.
which album is it on?
It's on the Terzo, the recent album.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's A Million Stars Away.
There she is. All right, everybody, just in case you don't know where to get this music at and where to follow my guy Frank at, the links are in the description below to everything, including his website. So make sure you go in there, purchase the CDs, get the merch. Look at that sweet shirt right there. That's nice. With the 3 on there. Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
This one right here. This one's right here is for you, Folk Punk. This is A Million Miles Away. Let's go.
In the morning, I keep calling.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Every time we put on a Frank Terzo track, man, you can feel the authenticity in it. Like, uh, I'm not sure who was playing all those guitars, but who you were playing them all. You were playing the rhythm and the lead.
No, no. The lead guitars for all my songs is done by Steve Sherman. He's the producer, a family friend, and yeah, he's the magic behind my music, 100%.
Hey, that to have a great engineer, to team up with you like that and be, basically part of your family, because I imagine you guys known each other for quite some time, probably decades.
Yeah, he's a friend of my uncle's.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great, man. I love hearing it. Music like that, it just feels like it's from the soul, it's not fabricated. It's things that you've lived and experienced. If you would you let people know the inspiration behind that song?
Well, that one is probably the last song before my struggles with addictions kicked in. That was written in 1986. And I never done anything like we did. I played at a lot of field parties, and they were quite large, Northern Ontario. It's probably a couple hundred people there. I'm sure you're familiar with. I don't know. You may or may not be familiar with field parties. Was a big thing in the 80s and 90s here, and where everybody would just crash in one of the farms and just set up a stage and just crank it up. And it was a lot of fun, but never did anything with it until I re-recorded it, remastered it from a 4-track cassette recorder, and then recently decided to put it on this album.
Hey, that's what's up. And shout out to all the people out there who's been able to conquer their addictions. You know what I'm saying? Some might be easier to get over than others. Some might not be all chemical. Some may be like, I can't stop chasing women. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be a legitimate addiction. One you might not want to get over, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that might be one you keep, right?
Facts. Yo, let me shout out Wallflower. Come here, Wall. Come on, get this hug. Come
Hey,
on.
Wallflower.
That's that good stuff right there. I want to shout out Dan Anderson. Thank you, brother, for coming through, man. Who else did I see in here? My dude Jackson Pierce is in here. Yes. Big salute, man.
Jackson,
how you doing,
what's
brother?
going on?
Good to see y'all today. And Snooks 22. Yes. Bless you. Let's go. Thank you for coming through and hanging out with us tonight. We're getting to know Frank Terzo, the man behind the music, and some music as well. Let me ask you this. Have your children picked up any instruments and started messing with those, and did they get interested in it?
No. My son picked up the drums for a bit. I took him to lessons, and but never stuck. But loves his rap, and he's got a musical mind. He's
Nice.
My daughter plays the guitar a bit. Yeah. So, but not to the extent that I did. Yeah.
Yeah, probably like my father. He likes to play the guitar, but he never did anything with it. He just sit on the couch drunk and play guitar, But that was my dad, and I imagine that, like, it's probably. I'm not saying your daughter's drunk on the couch playing the guitar. I'm just saying she does it as like a hobby.
No, that
right?
was me.
right. Yeah. But she do it more like a hobby, though, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
No, they both have. I got them both the guitar. They still have it in their living room. Like, my son will pick it up and still remember the first song I taught him was "Smoke on the Water."
Oh, nice.
Which was probably the first one I learned, and many other from my generation. But yeah, they still have one in their living room, each one.
Nice. And does your wife play any instruments?
No, but Clea, my wife's daughter, She's the backup vocals for most of my first two albums. She's got a beautiful voice, and she wasn't on this album because her career started to pick up in theater.
Oh, nice.
And so she's got a lot of really good paying gigs going on. So she's turned this into from a hobby, from a passion to making money in it. So we're quite proud of her. And yeah, out of all the four kids, Clea is the one that's excelling with her career.
That's awesome. That's great to hear too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you can do something you love for a job, it really ain't a job, right?
Right?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Queen Survivor's frustrated at her phone. I feel you on that. Yeah.
Acting up.
So if Frank Terzo had to, if you were forced into making another genre of music, what would that genre be?
Well, my son is hooking me up with one of his buddies, and it's funny because Michael Ash in 15th Ben's stream shouted out that he'd like to see a mix between country and rap. And my son has been working with one of his buddies, trying to get him out of his shell, to come work with me on something with the rap added to it.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm definitely hopefully within the next few months I'll have something out.
That'll be awesome. I'd love to hear that. Absolutely. And does your son currently put out music?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, nice.
No.
So it's going to be kind of new for him and new for you as well.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So, shout out to all the communities out there. Great ideas get sprung from creative people, and then we get, cool stuff like this to talk about and also listen to in the future. So shout out to all the communities, man. That's a real one.
Yeah, I'm involved with as are most of the people I see here in the chat, with so many beautiful, amazing communities that support one another. It's fantastic. These last 4 years have been quite the ride. It's a blessing in disguise, right?
That is, it's absolutely correct, and I know because as a music guy, and I experienced this as just being in the community, is when everything got shut down over that last couple years. Creatives' minds went exploding all over the internet. Did you find a lot of time in your life during that point to be able to get creative in the music?
Absolutely. I manage a center here in Toronto, and so I had to go during COVID just for a couple hours to appease the funders. But I would be home by 11 o'clock. So at first, like I said, I started to build that pond. When I finished that, I just got into the music, and yeah, once I started to write again, it just flowed, and yeah.
I love hearing that. What was some of the early on in getting to know how to play and create and make music and stuff like that and put it together? What were some of the hurdles that you had to face and that you obviously overcome? But what were some of the harder points to be able to nail down?
Like from the beginning,
Yeah.
it's just self-esteem, just
Okay.
playing in front of people, and then having uncles that were established, like Lords of London was they had a #1 hit in Canada. Like, they were established, and they were playing with Janis Joplin at the Gardens. Geez, I just had a brain fart. A lot of big artists, The Who. Jesus, why can't I remember this one? Anyways, I would play a couple songs that I wrote, and they would just be like, all right, put my guitar down. Put my guitar down. You touch it again, I'll break your fingers. So it was just no. I got myself into a little hole, and it took quite a few years to be able to perform, even to especially sing. Yeah, and now again, I use the Forrest Gump. Um, where once I started singing and writing and playing, it just kept going and going and going and going, right?
That's what I'm
And
talking
I
about.
think that's a lesson in life, right? We got to try it because, yeah,
It takes a lot of balls to put yourself out there. It really does. I mean, more than anybody who's not putting art out there in the world for people to critique, they just don't know. You know, I know we get a little bit closer now with social media because everybody's putting their pieces of their life on social media, and those are always up for criticism. But drawing a picture or making a song or putting on a play or whatever it may be, those seem to be get hit pretty hard, from people. Um, have you ever experienced any negative backlash over your music? I can't imagine, but probably.
um, no,
Good.
with no, I've been fortunate that way. Once I started to release, no, like when I so through there's a site called Submit Hub. A few artists might be familiar with it. You submit your music to get in. It's a legit one, and I say that because I got burnt by sending my songs to some of these bots.
Oh.
Yeah, and it sucked. But Submit Hub is legit. But when you're sending in, they're going to critique the song, and you're giving them permission to be light or truthful, heavy, right? And I go for just tell me what you think. You like it, you don't. I don't care if they don't like it,
Yeah.
and I don't care what they say about it,
Yeah.
because everything I write is for me, and if it sounds good to me, and if I'm able to listen to it in my yard, then I've achieved what I want to. And anyway, so I out of, let's just say, out of 10 that I submit to, 5 or 6 will return saying the song has been rejected. We don't like this, we don't like that. But the 4 that get through, the songs are doing pretty well.
Nice.
So yeah, so if there's rejection, that's the only place. But and I don't mind putting it out there.
Yeah.
Like I said, not really. I do listen to some of the what they're suggesting and what they say about it, but it's not going to change what I write. And yeah,
Yeah, and I imagine they're being respectful,
Yeah.
of the critique,
Yeah.
and that's very important and key. And you're absolutely right. This is your therapy. This is your medicine. You know what I'm saying, for your brain, and that's one reason why I think you can't turn it off, because if you do, everything will just get bottled up inside. And we need that out. We need that out as creatives. Whatever it is, even if you're like putting flowers in your garden, you're being creative. You're out there. You're putting together, flowers by annuals, perennials, colors, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, look at my yard. I created something. So whatever it is, I think it's a form of mental health. Being able to just get something out there and not bottle it up.
100%. Hetriani, bro, shout out. There's an incredible guitarist. Yeah.
Yes, Hetriani, thank you for coming through and hanging out with us. Joker Trey is in the building. Whoop whoop, I see you. Big salute. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Blessed Easter Sunday. We are here with the one and only Frank Terzo. All links are in the description below. Make sure you tap in with those. And do you want to get into another song? We got quite a packed house in here tonight.
That's awesome. Thank you all for coming out. Yeah. You take care, Queen Survivor. Happy Easter.
Yes, you take care, and thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate you. All right, Frank. Now it's your turn to pick.
Okay. Well,
We can go anywhere you want.
let's. I'd like to play, like "Made Like Me." I'd like to. It's from the most recent album. It's the first song, on this album.
All right. We got Frank Terzo. This one's called Made Like Me. Let's go. Links are in the description. Once again, make sure you take advantage. I see you, Rock On. Come on.
If I drank with you this evening, things for you wouldn't change. You'd wake up, have your tea and breakfast, but I'm just not made like you. I'm just made like you.
I love that track. I know I've listened to this before. I remember the chorus, but going back over it again, not in a live where I could actually focus on all the words and everything that you're saying, and the way you're saying them, the inflections in your voice, the pain in your voice, is from a man who actually experienced these low points in their life. Um, and I know Jackson, he writes a lot about substance abuse and going through his thing, and I've been through my thing. That's why I can relate with his music so well, um, and I can feel the same pains that you went through, even though we might not have done the same stuff. I was a big meth head. It's still a shitty journey that you go through, and then you finally wake up at the end, and it's like a new celebration of life.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely, folk punk. That is authentic facts. Now we've talked a lot about the low points. We talked about some of the struggles that you've been through. Let's get into some of the lighter moments. What was one of the best moments as a child that you had being with your family and music?
Oh, family and music was Jesus, coming from an Italian family, like everything had to do with like the Easter, any kind of event, gathering, birthday parties. I think there was more music and liquor on the table than there were cupcakes and toys for the kids, right? Everything was about the adults. So music, again, a big part. I do remember one of the first songs I ever learned on an acoustic guitar, and I'm going to shout it out because folk punk keeps putting it in the chat. Was playing in front of family. My mom's favorite song was "My Ding-a-Ling," a Chuck Berry classic, and she had me playing that anytime somebody came over. It
That's
was her
amazing.
favorite song, and yeah. So when it comes to music, the most memorable song would be that for that reason.
That's awesome.
Um, Playing for me, playing in front of probably about 200 people in those field parties. I can't remember half of it. I mean, we were all smashed, but that was an experience. Yeah,
That,
something I won't forget.
hey, you gotta hold on to those moments. That's a fact.
Yeah, yeah, they may never come back, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they're we might not take. I'm an old guy. I don't take pictures of shit really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have many pictures of myself, my family. I do have key moments in their lives. You know, other than that, I really we don't really do shit. But we got them up here. All the dirty diapers you changed, all the spankings that you had that dole out to your child. Watching them to leave the day they turn 18, and go start their life. Those are all very prominent moments in time, and we got to be able to hold on to and relive those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've folk punk put something in the chat. There was as we were talking backstage earlier, losing my mom. I recorded that one track, and it's in Italian, but there in the description tells a story that, and this is typically what moms do, in the how far they will go to protect their cubs, right? Um, I remember coming home. I had a fight just around the corner from the house with another kid, maybe a year younger, and the father broke up the fight and he gave me a huge slap in the back, and my nose was bleeding. I get home and my mom said, "What happened? Who did this?" Blah blah, and I told her who, and this guy was a contractor and a site supervisor and they were building just a few blocks down an arena and across the street. So my mom grabs my hand and takes me over there, and I love the story. Thanks for letting me share this, folk punk, reminding me. So she grabs me by the hand and dragging me. We get to the construction site, and just as she approaches the site, she grabs this 2x4. It had to been or maybe it was a 4x4, but it had to been about 4 feet long.
Wow.
And she grabs it and still hangs on to me, and a couple workers kind of present themselves in front of her, and she says, "I'm looking for Frank Pellegrino." He said, "What do you want him for?" And she says, "I need to talk to him." And she's got this 2x4. So out comes Mr. Pellegrino, and I shouldn't be saying a name, right? Shit.
Well, I mean,
But out comes this dude.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, out comes this dude. Anyways, our families we're close after this. But out comes this dude, and he goes, "I'm so and so," and she says, she goes, "Did you do this to my son?" And he says, "Yeah, but," and she whacks him right across the knees, and he buckles.
Wow.
And she said, and then he's like, he puts up his hand, but, and then she whacks him again on the shoulder, and it was just, yeah, that was my upbringing. You don't fuck around with anybody.
Shout out to mom, man.
Kids.
That's a fact. That's a great story, by the way. I love hearing stories like that because my mom did something similar with my sister and I. We were out trick or treating. We were young. I was probably like, my sister's 3 years younger than me, and I was probably like maybe 7. So she was probably around 4 or so, right? And we come down this dark street. We used to live in Tennessee, and this dude just comes out of nowhere with a Jason mask, and he starts up a chainsaw, and he's like rah, rah, running at us, right? And my mom pushed us both behind her. She's like, "Come on, motherfucker!" And the dude just threw down the chainsaw. He's like, "It doesn't have a chain, lady. I swear to God!" Like, she was about to ready to take a chainsaw to the face for us. That shit's fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, moms will do whatever it takes to protect their young. That is a fact. And she didn't know there was no chain on. It was a dark ass street. He just threw that motherfucker down quick as shit. "It's just a joke. It's just a joke." Like, that's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to moms, man. I love my mom. Still got her with me, thank God. Still have my dad with me. And, you know, I know it ain't going to be much longer for them, but, you know, we cherish the time that we do have with them. That's a fact.
100%.
Absolutely. Because, you know, it's all a part of life is passing on and being in a better place. So, I know for me, getting old, my back seems like to always be hurting. And I got to be using some fucking, some icy hot on my shit every once in a while, you know, take a couple of ibuprofen. So I don't know what it's going to be like in 20 years when I turn 70, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be much worse. Be like, fucking just take me, Lord, please.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Still young.
If not, I'll have enough weed to make it okay. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
So, Frank, man, you've been making music for decades. You have a real passion for what you do. Are there any other passions in your life that you like to do outside of music?
Well, building is one. I'm a certified carpenter, licensed carpenter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's what I was doing before I changed careers. And so I'm constantly building something, renovating around the house. As I mentioned, the pond in the yard. And this summer, I hope to build a nice. I've got a fire pit back there. We're in the city. I'm not supposed to have, light any fires, but I do every weekend.
It's just a really flickery light. That's all. It's not an actual fire, people. Come on. Yeah. We don't need the Mounties over there on you.
Yeah. Pretty much brought the North to the city, but
hey.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Actually, look, you can take the country boy out the country, but you
Yeah.
can't you can't take the country out the country boy. That's what it is, man. If I could, I'd be shooting these turkeys down the street all the time. You know, what I'm saying? Like even today, I went to go get gas this morning, and on my way back, going over to my mom's house, there's turkeys just crossing the street, and everybody stops for them. You know, they're polite. They don't try to run them down or nothing. They just let the whole 4 lanes of traffic, boop, 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 boop. Like, but I would eat that fucking city turkey. If shit goes, if shit goes down to where we can't get food, I'm going to the fucking park. I'm gonna get me a couple turkeys. That's happening. They got rabbits over there too. Rabbits is good to eat. Yo, Smokey Joe and Crated Ghost, big salute, homies. Good to see y'all, man. I hope y'all having wonderful Easter weekends, man. We got Frank Terzo with us today, and you can find all his links in the description below. Make sure you tap in. Phenomenal songwriter, guitarist, singer, and he has an incredible community of people that he hangs out with, and a lot of them are in here tonight. Thank you guys for showing up and supporting this awesome man. We're getting to know him behind the music, and I already thought he was cool before I got to talk to him, and now I think he's really cool. So you guys got a fucking gem right here, dude. That's facts.
Awesome.
That is a fact.
Once
So-
again, I'm glad to be here. You've got an amazing crew. As you know, I've stopped by your channel a few times now since I met you when you had Leaning on here, and yeah, it's a little late on from where I'm at because you stream a little later.
Yeah.
But whenever I have the opportunity, if I'm not working the next day, I'm there.
I
You
appreciate
got
that,
some
Frank.
really cool people.
Yeah, I do commend the SGR crew. They are an amazing group of people that we've been able to hang out with for years now, and everybody just shows love, compassion, always real supportive, and I couldn't have dreamed to found a better group of people to hang out with on Friday nights, doing the Friday Night Lives and all these great interviews and getting to meet people like yourself. And there's another one, Cinematic, motherfucker. What's happening, dude? Big salute. How you doing, brother? I hope you're having a great Easter with you and your family, man. Good to see you.
And 15th was telling me how great you are. He was sending you some high praise. He can't make it tonight. He had some prior commitments and with family and friends. And yeah, no, you've got a great community happening here.
I appreciate that. And shout out to 15th Ben, man. Another incredible human being, man, and a phenomenal guitarist and artist. Love his work, and I love his vibe, man. Ever since I've known him, man, he's always been super respectful, just chill dude. And that's who I'm looking to align myself with, in this later part of my life, is that I ain't got time for all that stupid shit no more. I just want to be happy, stoned, and fucking just listen to great music. That's just, it's that easy,
Well, I'm blessed to be. He lives not too far from me.
Oh,
We got
nice.
Hetriani in the chat. We meet every second or third week. We find a nice mutual meeting spot within an hour of each other, and yeah, we just shoot the shit, laugh, and another real positive thing that come out of these communities.
Absolutely. That's really cool
friendship.
that you're able to meet up. I got to meet up with Jackson Pierce, and
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, actually one of our friends flew him out here to California, and another artist goes by the name of why can't I remember his name? Nina Loco, and Nina flew him out and spent like a week with Nina, and they invited me up one Saturday. I got to watch them make music. We played pool. We had dinner. Met his family, and got to shake their hands. So that was really cool, and that's dope. You're able to do that on a monthly basis and hang out with somebody that you hang out online with. It's pretty
Yeah,
rare.
no, it's really cool too. We just talk music and everything else.
Heck yeah, man. That's how you bond friendships. Just start opening up to each other and letting each other, a little bit at a time in on who you are and what you're about, and and have a coffee and You know, a sandwich. That's a good time right there. I know us old people are boring. We don't really do shit, but that's fun to us. Like
Yeah, for sure.
maybe get a game of golf in. You were talking about golfing.
Yeah, I don't think the boys. I'm not sure if Hetriani's in the chat. I don't think golf is in the equation here.
What's
But
some of the best rounds of
I-
golf that you shot?
oh, for me, on a on a shitty course, probably 80, but on
Wow,
a high end PGA type course, I'll shoot. A good day would be about a 94.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing because 72 on 8T, right? I mean,
yeah,
so wow, man, that's at an 80, like on a public course or something. You're talking about, right?
yeah. No, it's a par four, but it's they're easier.
That's
So
amazing.
I mean, but still, yeah.
I love
But
that.
on a real tough course, yeah, mid 90s would be a really good day.
That's amazing.
Anytime you break 100, right? There's only a percentage that do.
I'd be in like the 120s, 130s, buddy. I'd be real shitty. I'd be like, why am I paying all this money just to suck ass? This sucks. Because
And then you add the beer to it. It's like, what the fuck?
right, beer car always shows up in the most unopportune time. You're like, okay, I finally got a good hit. Hey, you guys want a beer? Yeah, fuck it, let's have a beer. Then it just goes really downhill from there. I broke a club head just swinging on a ball one time. The club head went further than the ball. I'm like, good lord, man. Oh my goodness. What's one of your favorite golf courses to play?
Here in Toronto would be Falcon Crest. I played Deerhurst. I actually broke 100 there, and it's a PGA course.
Oof.
Yeah, that would be probably the most elite course that I played. Is
Nice.
Deerhurst.
And what would be the number one golf venue you would like to play?
Oh, jeez, I'd love to go to St Andrews, Scotland. Fly me there, you know. Yeah,
Where at? I'm sorry, one more time.
St Andrews in
Oh,
Scotland.
the original golf course.
Yeah. Like that would be, probably every golfer's dream.
Yeah.
We do know someone in the community, Hugh Caldwell. He's from Scotland and he does golf. We do a lot of golf chats. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, one day
Hell
we'll
yeah.
get there.
The old
We'll
course
get
at St. Andrews. We got to put my dude on, man. Let's get a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? Get you out there for like a week, man, when the tournaments aren't playing, you know?
Excuse me.
Okay, I'll let you know. Cinematic. Thank you, brother. Absolutely. I live in California, so I'm fortunate enough to be able to go to Pebble Beach and go check out that course. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't get to play it, so I don't know how it plays. But because it costs $450 for a round of golf, and you got to have a caddy and a cart, and that's more money. And I was just like, "There's no fucking way I want to lose fucking at least 19 balls." You know what I'm saying? Maybe 24. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what, another $10 or $15 that you're losing on top of the $450 that you just, you know what I'm saying? So we asked one of the we asked one of the security guards, "Hey, is it all right if we, walk the course?" And he's like, "Yeah, no problem." Real respectful, real nice. We got to walk the course, and we're watching some people tear off. And hole number 7 is that iconic one that faces the ocean. It's a par 3 downhill, and we're watching them swing on that, and it's just cool to watch people golf, And the dude turned around and was like, "Hey, you guys want to try this?" And it was like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah. We don't have our clubs." He's like, No, use ours." So we got the tee off from the 7th hole. That was pretty cool. And we didn't finish out the hole or nothing, but we got the tee off from the 7th hole, so that was pretty cool. And
Wow.
yeah, and then just the houses around there that are on the golf course are palatial, and just everyone is different and one of a kind. Um, they had these big Rolexes for street clocks. They were like 15 inches in diameter on these poles all over. They had dozens of these Rolexes all over the places just for a street clock. It was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in golf, isn't there?
Lots of money in golf, that's for sure. But we got to go check out those. We played a really shitty course down the street. It was a public course, and it cost us $20 to play right on the ocean, so that was pretty cool. And 450
That's
bucks.
awesome.
Yeah, $450. I was like, "There's no fucking way." So in the upcoming year, do you have any plans to do any live shows? Maybe create another album? Do some more collabs with people?
Yeah, I finished this album and I wanted to just chill and enjoy it. And the album is out on Bandcamp and it's available to purchase. It's on Spotify and it's doing really well on Spotify for the first few weeks.
Nice.
But for videos, I'm just letting it breathe. I'm releasing one video every 2 or 3 weeks. Because if I just release them all at once, I'm going to be back in the studio and then just like a madman. So it kind of gives me a little break. But I do have a couple collabs in the works. And I'm planning on doing playing some live shows in some local bars here. There is one venue here at the beaches that approached me, wanted me to play. It fits about 75 people.
Nice.
But last summer I wimped out and just didn't feel ready. And this summer I've got a few plans.
Nice.
Hopefully I can.
70 people. That's quite a few.
Yeah, that's a venue. It's right by the water, the lake here. It's a venue. Yeah, it was just so intimidating. Like just being in there, and it's like, no, I'm not doing this. Like we had the meeting set up, and they had all the promo material. They're going to show me how they're going to promote it and everything, and it's like, fuck. Yeah, I just kind of froze and just never showed up at the meeting. But I spoke to them after, and I told them I wasn't ready.
Well, it's good because you know yourself whether you're ready or not. So I can't wait to see what comes of it this summer. If you have your wife record some sets for you, I wouldn't be mad about seeing them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they're going to be recorded when I go out. Yeah. It's just the sound wasn't right. It's not. I wasn't right about my vocals. It wasn't that it wasn't right about. It was just the sound, the overall sound, and I wasn't. It was on the fence. Do I play along the backing tracks? Because putting together a band, a lot of people I associate here in the city with are in recovery because that's what I do for a living. I help people get back into employment and stuff. Not an addictions counselor, but I'd set up a bass player, a drummer, but whether it was a relapse or something came up, it just never formed. So I wasn't sure on how I wanted to approach playing live, but I was told by many, just grab your guitar and jump on stage and just play.
That's it, man. That's
probably
it.
what I'll do.
Because I'll be honest with you, man. If you were playing a gig in Sacramento, I had to show up, man. I gotta hear you live, dude. Because one of my favorite concerts I ever went to, and this is probably gonna blow your mind, was George Strait. Dude, it was so cool to just see him sit down and play his guitar and sing his songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to a lot of concerts where people jumping all over the fucking stage, there's fire and shit, lights and shit going on. He's talking about a man, his guitar, a chair, and a spotlight. And it was phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, that would be one concert to see for sure.
I even got to shake his hand. I walked up to the stage, dude. I was like, "I gotta shake your hand, dude," and he shook my hand. And he kept singing, and it was flawless. It was freaking awesome. Your songs
Yeah.
work both as solo or band back, marking for great composition to start. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and Cinematic gonna be putting down an open verse challenge. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, bring the community together, man. Bring the community
Yeah,
together,
that's awesome.
and he said you'll be promo for life by having their verse added to the theme song. Hell yeah, I like that. I
That
like
sounds
that.
cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude too. He has a nice little podcast that he calls the Shit Show, and he's also an artist. Yeah,
I'd like to meet him. Very cool.
yeah. Cinematic. Hit my guy's Instagram in the description below. Tap in with him. Absolutely, absolutely. We got all the links down there. You got a great collection of instruments behind you. Would you like to introduce us to any of them?
Oh Jesus. Yeah, this is the newest, this Martin 12 string. Um, um, that's the baby I bought at the beginning of COVID online without looking at it. This Martin, this is my go-to for pretty much any live YouTube performance I do. That Fender that's buried up here with my Martin cap. Um, that's the one I take into the studio more often than this. It depends which song I'm playing. I've got a Yamaha bass. For any other instrument, I play my instruments just enough to write. So, um, like I wish I could play guitar like Hetriani or Steve on or 15th Band, the leads, right?
Right.
But I consider myself, and I know my limits. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'll arrange it. I know what I want to hear. Yeah, and my very first guitar is that Yamaha that's behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I can't grab anything with this.
Oh,
on,
it's
but
it's not the white one.
yeah, it's that white one.
Oh, okay.
That was my first purchase in 1979. It was bought on a layaway plan.
Hey, shout out to Layaway
And
Facts.
yeah, yeah, back in the day. But after 6 months, because I showed up in the music store just to play it, and after about 5 or 6 months, the guy said, "Just take it home."
Nice.
Yeah,
You're like, I just want to visit my baby.
yeah.
Yo, welcome, Laurie. How are you doing, girl? So good to see you. Big salute. I hope you're having a great Easter weekend. Gary Hubbs is in the house. Big salute to you as well. Glad to see y'all, man. I hope y'all are doing well.
Yeah, there's 2/3 of a band, a virtual band. I'd love to play that song. A virtual band we put together on YouTube, and this is the magic of YouTube. Yeah, since they're both in the house, Hetriani and Hubs are what I consider a dynamic duo. These two are brilliant musicians. If anybody that we don't know that's in the chat right now, if you love metal, you're gonna love both of these guys. I had a song that I wrote back in 2006. I sent it off to him. It was a shitty recording that I did on a 4-track cassette recorder. I sent it to Hubs and Hetriani worked on this, and they sent me a rough track. I went into the studio, recorded the vocals, sent it back to him, and we got Mr. Smith on drums and put together this band called Ninth Gate, and fantastic people and artists, and they're both in the chat. I would love to play that one.
Absolutely. And is it on your channel?
Yeah, it'll be you know, I was going to organize my channel. If you go to If you scroll down enough from the videos, you'll see it. It's gonna be back right there. Predictable.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll like this one.
Nice. It looks like a full out music video.
Yeah, Gary Hubbs did an incredible job on the video and the production.
That's amazing. Oh, y'all come right in just killing it. Let's go. All right, let me set this up. Let me get the thumbs up on this video. This is Predictable by Ninth Gate. Let's go. That shit went crazy. I like that, man. Let me just go ahead and shout out everybody. We got Gary Hubbs, Hetriani, Mr. Smith, and the man himself, Frank Terzo, on the vocals. Man, y'all did an amazing job. Who'd you say did that? Hubs did the video?
Hubs did the video, yeah. Yep.
Man, that's
Gary
a
Hubs.
great
Yeah.
job, bro.
Yeah, that's got to be the highlight for me in my YouTube journey for the past three years. Absolutely. Hey, Rob, what's going on?
Rob Z's in the chat, man. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Big salute, homie. Good to see you, man. I hope you had a great Easter weekend, man. That's what's up. And we got a special request coming from Elena, so we'll be playing that in just a few minutes. So everybody stick with us tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. We've got to know a lot about Frank tonight. Thank you for being such an open book. I really do appreciate that, man.
Oh, you're welcome. And again, I'm going to keep saying it. So blessed to be on this show. Since I met you, since the first time I knew about the show was when you had Lenny on. And what was that? Nachos versus, I forgot what it was called. Tacos and nachos, or
Tacos and Tierras.
tacos? Yeah. It was a great show. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since then, whenever I had an opportunity to check out your channel, I took you up on sending you tracks, what you had said, and I thought that's pretty neat of this guy. And that's what I'm finding in these YouTube communities. Everybody's just so fucking solid and genuine, and of course you're gonna get, some bad apples. They're everywhere.
The
right?
beautiful thing about it is super rare, though. Like,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
super rare to get an
So
asshole
rare.
in the chat.
Yeah, but you all know how to click and eliminate, and so it's pretty cool.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The mod magic.
Yeah, I up to 5,000 subs, I gave everybody a wrench. I was like, I don't care. You come hang out with me, you get a wrench. At 5,000, I kind of started backing off on it because I wanted to like cement the day ones, And 10 years from now or 5 years from now, we're gonna have a big mixed group like we have coming in now, where there's a lot of wrenches and a lot of non-wrenches. But I'm still handing out wrenches, so. I don't know, man. I just keep meeting cool ass people. I'm just like, you know what? You deserve a wrench too. So I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm probably somewhere in the probably 5,000 mods.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I figure if everybody has a wrench, nobody can fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because if you have a wrench, the only person who can really fuck with somebody is me. So I make it even playing field. Elena can't be like, Rob, you can't speak no more. She can't do that. George can't be like, oh, Elena, no, you can't do that. Boop, boop, boop. There's none of that. So at least that part is taken out of the equation. But they wouldn't do that anyway because they're so nice people, And I've only given out wrenches to like maybe 2 people that I've taken them back from. So. Less work per person, sweet deal. Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if this is a question I like to ask everybody, and generally the people I speak to are 20 somethings, what I'm saying, rappers that are just getting their career started. But I'm gonna ask you the question anyway. Let's say Frank Terzo writes the world's most exquisite piece of music. Your shit blows up. You sell millions of copies, and you make all the money. Your kids got money. You know what I'm saying? Everything's funded. Where are your top 3 houses?
My top 3 houses?
Yeah, where are your top 3 homes located?
Well, unfortunately, I can't cross the border. So I can think of a couple places.
Well, money will buy you that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, that's true too.
Yeah,
that's
true.
True.
And you got all of it, so.
Geez, that's That's a good question. Never thought to think of that. Um, but it's got to be somewhere. I would say my heart's gonna say Sicily, because I was there recently, just prior to COVID. Actually, we came back March 1st when
Oh
it was
wow.
a shit show there, and we got out okay. And up in the mountains and overlooking the Mediterranean, I would love a home up there. Uh, Somewhere up northern, um, far northern Ontario. Um, if I could have my own lake. Uh, and I'm not sure where else. I don't do a lot of travel. Um, I kind of just stayed. Well, yeah, it was 20 years where I didn't do a lot of anything. But yeah, maybe somewhere in the Caribbean islands, somewhere. If I had enough money to buy an island, it would definitely buy myself an island.
Well, you do because you
Yeah,
have all the
yeah,
money. So an island somewhere in the
yeah,
Caribbean, you just buy the
yeah,
whole thing. I like it.
yeah,
That's great because you got home. You know, what I'm saying Northern Ontario. That's home.
yeah.
And then you got your original parents' home, and then
Hmm.
you have your nice little vacation spot. I like that. Great answer.
Yeah.
There is a town in North Ontario. You know?
He's singing Neil Young.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Love it.
It's always it doesn't matter what genre of music you play. Somebody's got to put the bars in the chat, and I fucking love it. Because
Yeah,
even like classic rock, they got bars like Elvis and the Beatles. They sung about some sexual shit, but they couldn't really say sexual things in their music. We all know the famous Elvis getting kicked off the show for wiggling his hips and shit. You know, so they would have to metaphor all this stuff. Kiss did it with Love Gun and all that stuff, and it's really cool to be able to. I thought it was better back in those times because it wasn't so blatant and in your face. And if you wanted to take the lyrics for the face value it was, you could and still have a good time with the song. But then you could read into the layers of the music and you'd be like, oh, this motherfucker talk about some other shit, like,
yeah, 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 yeah. And that's some brilliant writing there.
Yeah, Bob Dylan did it great. I mean, he was a real great lyricist and metaphor guy. You know,
Yeah,
I got to watch some interviews with him, and he was a troubled man. Like he really felt bad for selling his soul, to the music industry, and like, what would Bob Dylan been like if he would have just stayed independent? You know what I'm saying? But back in that day, it was impossible to be famous and independent. These days you can do that.
yeah. But even that doesn't take you far, unfortunately, right?
Sure, but you could be comfortable. Like,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah,
have a 9 to 5 you would do, but if you could make all your money just doing local shows or traveling around a little bit, selling a few CDs here and there, you get some placements on some TV shows and some movies or whatnot. You can make $100,000 a year and be comfortable.
that'd
You
be
know.
perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You still go to the mall and not people will fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I love it. He said, "Pretend you're Frank Bieber." That shit's hilarious. That shit's hilarious.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'd jump on it right away if I could bring home 100 G's. My stage at the stage, my life where I'm at. Yeah, I would drop everything and go that direction 100%. I wouldn't be able to drive a Cadillac through a hotel and into the pool.
Well, that's young man shit.
Yeah. 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 Those guys made a lot of money and they burnt a lot of money, right?
I mean, when you're that young, you don't think of consequences, right?
Fuck no.
I mean, you don't even think about death at that point. I mean, you just like drinking constantly, taking whatever pills you could grab. Fucking let's drive fucking shit through buildings. Like whatever. We'll throw TVs out of hotel windows. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hetriani said he just wrote a song called Cream Pie, but it's about an actual cream pie. I like it. I like it because all the dirty motherfuckers be like, "Oh, you're dirty." He's like, "No, but they're delicious." That's awesome. We're all a little safer when Frank is rich. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, man, like, look, everything needs music, right? Everything needs music. Commercials, independent film. You know what I'm saying? We need to start getting you guys, on email lists to be able to put that out there to get some residuals. And it's a song that you made before, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to work anymore. You're just going to get paid.
Yeah.
My dude, Duran the Rapper, he's got many songs on. He got a song on The Shy, which is a Showtime show. Power, which is a Showtime show. A few Netflix shows and movies. So he's really starting to put his music out there and is being played in film. That's another great way to build revenue real quick. And not even have to work. You could just be working on some other shit.
Yeah, and you need to find the right connections for that. There's so many talented, from what I've met throughout these 3 years. And Duran, who you're talking about, I was on that show when
nice.
he was on. He's amazing. There's so many talented indie artists that deserve so much more.
Yeah.
It's just. But you keep writing for the passion, the love, and you just keep putting it out there, and you just never know, right? It could be when we're gone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of the most famous painters on earth weren't considered very good until after they were dead, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's unfortunate, and we should be able to give people their flowers while they can still receive them, you know. So, shout out to you, Frank. I want to give you some flowers right now, man. Thank you for what you do, brother, for real.
Rock on. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you to everybody out there that do what you do. Laurie, I know you love making music too, so thank you. And Hetriani and all the people out there that are making music. Look, I'm a consumer, man. Without you guys, I'm in a world of silence. I don't want that shit. I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine if music wasn't a thing, like it didn't exist? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, and you're not giving yourself enough credit, right? It's the likes of you that are giving the likes of me an opportunity, a stage. Like, bless you guys. The amount that I can just imagine. Obviously, this isn't. You're not making a ton of money. There's got to be that sense of you're doing this because of the kindness. You have to be a certain personality to do this and commit all this time that you put into it. And I know now how much time it takes to prepare for a show and all that, because I've got a little side thing going on right now. But it's amazing what you guys do for the likes of us, and keep putting it out there, and once again giving us a stage to play our music.
I
It's awesome.
appreciate that, Frank. That's love, man, for real, dog. You always got a home here at Hip Hop Radar Underground. That's just facts, bro. And when you maybe in the future we can get you on, maybe around this summer if you ain't busy, get you on for an album review of that latest album you just dropped. I'd like to do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And I'm gonna do a few more live YouTube performances, show up on different channels. I'll never start a live music streaming channel. I just don't believe in playing the same songs over and over and boring the fuck out of everybody, and then everybody just showing up just out of respect. I won't do that, but I do plan to show up on a few panels such as yours, and maybe performing 4, 5, 6 live songs.
That's amazing. Speaking of that, do you want to play us something? live here on the air?
I
your
wish I
arm.
could.
Oh, your shoulder. That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to ask. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I had planned on it initially, play at least one, but
I know how painful
I
it
tried
is.
the other night, one of these shows, and I paid for it the next day. I just disappeared for 3 days and just rested it.
Yeah. And that's is it something that's like popping out of the socket?
No, it's rotator cuff tendonitis.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it just prevents. It's getting better. I am able to lift it a little higher,
Oh,
but
good.
that's as high as it can go. But I can't reach.
And you
behind
can't
my
pick
back.
anything up with it. I know that one.
Yeah, no, yeah, and every once in a while you forget, and because of the painkillers that they take,
Right.
it's like you. But then they wear out, and it's like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have done
Exactly. There goes another 3 days. Fuck. I didn't need this soda anyway. What the hell?
yeah. But they say it's no surgery or anything. Nothing's torn, so it's all good. It's just gonna be 6 weeks, maybe 6 more weeks.
Oh, good.
Just in time for golf season. I'll be all right.
Fantastic news. I love that. Hell yeah. Because I had dislocated my shoulder gold panning up in the mountains, and ever since then I had problems with it. Like I'd wrestle around with a friend and it'd pop out, or I'd be throwing a football and it'd pop out. And 20 years later I'm sleeping in my bed and it popped out and I couldn't get it back in, and I called in sick to work for a couple days, and I'm like, it's still not getting better. I don't know what's going on. I gotta go to the doctor. Went up to the doctors. They ended up getting it back in because I didn't even get it back in. It was out for like 3 or 4 days, and I was just like, this thing is killing me. Then they're like, you're going to need surgery, and that didn't happen for like a year. So I would sneeze and my shit would pop out, or I'd cough and my shit would pop out. Yeah, it was fucking terrible. But now that I have my surgery, fuck it, it's great, man. Shout out to my surgeon. I can't remember his name, but he's the dude who does all the college athletes in Sacramento, all the baseball players, shoulder surgeries and shit like that. So it was pretty cool that he was able to do mine.
Awesome.
Yeah. You guys have been so amazing in the chat tonight. I got another request from the one and only Elena in the building. We got...
She's an amazing supporter.
Oh, that is...
There's so many in these communities.
That's a fact. Let me see. I'm going to surprise you. I ain't going to say the name yet. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. We got Love Who You Are.
And this is my stepdaughter, Clea.
And her name is?
Clea.
Clea and Frank Terzo on the vocals. This is Love Who You Are. Let's go.
A hidden cry is what I see. A silent tear is what I hear. The birds who stayed know who they are. The ones who've flown won't get far. Who are we to make mistakes? Who are we to ask for breaks? You steal a lifetime for a taste, and when it comes, we
There's a smile behind the mask. Your soul that shines as bright as lights. Don't live your life for someone else. Don't sacrifice who you are. Who are we to chase a dream? Who are we to laugh and scream? The answers come from deep within. Trust yourself and who you are. Who you
You played the game within the rules.
Still you don't know who you are.
You wait in silence for a sign. Who you
That was amazing. I love the
Thank you.
positive messaging in it. Clea, my hat's off to you. If I'll take it off right now, but I got my headphones on. But amazing performance. I liked. It was great when she kicked in. She was real low toned, reserved, and then she kicked it into high gear there, and I was like, oh shoot, man, like that's vocal talent. You can't get into that range and not know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, you can't teach that.
exactly. You can't teach that. That's raw fucking talent. Absolutely. And Frank, I gotta say, my guy, I'm gonna be honest with you. That video says it was 2 years old, and you look younger today than you did back then. What's your secret, my guy? I need to know this.
I wish I could say I feel younger, but no.
But no, my shoulder's fucking killing me. But you do.
Yeah.
You look like you're healthier. You look thinner. You know what I'm saying? You look like you're in a good place, man. So Shout out to whatever you're doing over there. Shout out to your wife. I imagine she probably has a hand in this, you know. So you know, it's good to have good family around you, man. That's what's up.
You know what? I'm a believer. What you put in the universe is what you get back, right? And I I feel great these days, aside from age catching up to you. But again, I owe it all to, yeah, I got a beautiful family. Um, our kids are respectful. Like everything's I'm gonna be a granddad
Oh,
on May
congratulations.
13th. With the grandson coming. Um, I've got this beautiful community, this extended family, um, and blessed to be involved in another community such as yours. I think you said it at the beginning. Music is everything, and I saw something that Alina asked somebody. They and their reply was they don't listen to music.
I've
Um,
seen that comment.
it's
Yeah,
it's a the music is what keeps us alive, and it brings memories. Like every one of my memories involves, I can relate it to a song, or a song could be related to a memory, you know.
yeah,
um yeah.
yeah. Whether it be in a field where you're partying in a old
Yeah.
barn, you know what I'm saying, rocking the night away with all your homies, or laying on a blanket with the cutie, you know what I'm saying, and having
Yeah.
maybe a little drink and have the radio on and the cars on, laying on the hood, the warm hood. Oh, yeah, honestly, yeah, yeah. I'm a romantic at heart, you know what I'm saying.
I can tell.
So, but you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. I think music may be even more powerful than the sense of smell, because we relate a lot of memories back to smell as well. But a lot of our lives, it does. Whether you're on the front yard or your, parents' house, when you was a kid playing basketball, whatever it was, we had music going, and that's powerful, man. Is that what
Yeah.
it is? Hip hop, yo, EV is in the house, man. EV, what's good, brother? Big salute, homie. Good to see you, man. I had to pop in your live the other night. I didn't type anything out, but I hit my like and I kicked it for a minute, and I was fucking busy doing shit around the house. But yeah, man, always good to see you're constantly fucking working over there, man. Absolutely. And I hope you had a great Easter Sunday too, man. I'm fucking high as shit. Um, so I don't know about you guys out there, but I'm trying to get a weed sponsorship. So I got these things. They're called limes. I know it's green, so the green screen kind of takes away, but it's a 5-pack of pre-rolled joints, infused with ice water hash, wax, and then rolled in keef. So they're really potent. And I love these things. So Lime, if you're listening out there, I need a sponsorship. Free weed. I don't even need money. You just send me weed and we good. You know? That's what it is. Yo, again, let me ask you another question before I let you go, Frank. Um, if there was one thing in your life that you had to change, what would that one thing be? I'm not saying because you change it, you may regret it. I know we don't generally regret things that we've done because it makes us the person that we are. But have you thought about something like, man, I probably shouldn't have done that?
Well, I often think I should have pursued music, um, like stuck with it. And I kind of joke around saying, at least the classic um, artists from the 70s, 60s, and 70s, they became musicians first, and then they got into the drug addictions. And I went the other way. I went into the drug addictions, and then now I've pursued my music. I often wish that I had done, pursued my music, took it more serious. Um, but then, like you said, would I be who I am today? And I'm quite happy, content with who I am. Um, yeah. So if there was anything, it would be that I'd wished that I'd pursued my music sooner. Um,
I love that answer, and I'll tell you why. Is because everything that is supposed to be will be. Right?
yeah,
Like you were made on this earth, you were made from a musical family. You were made to do this. So at some point in your life, it was bound to happen. And I'm glad you're happy in your life. I really am. You found your lowest points, you've overcome those, and you become a very blessed person to have a great family around you, great support in the communities, and I'm glad we're able to meet this Frank Terzo.
that's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, sir, absolutely. You really made at Frank Terzo think about some questions. Hey, I appreciate that, Elena. I find people to be very interesting. I'm glad you guys had a great night tonight. We got to learn things about Frank that I absolutely didn't know. Maybe some of y'all knew everything, but I'm personally touched that Frank, was able to spend some time with us tonight, hang out with us, open book style, and really get into who he is. So, Frank, man, salute to you and thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Peace. This has been wonderful. It was a great experience. Once again, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity. This is you've got a beautiful community yourself. Like I said, I've been in your um, at some of your streams, and I got to meet some of the people in the some of the mods, and they welcomed me with open arms. Um, Keep doing what you do, because artists like us, if we didn't have the platforms that you give, and I tell everybody, uh, a lot of people that are here that know me um, know I support strongly um, communities and channels like yours. I was surprised that I wasn't subbed, and I strongly suggest anybody listening on replay, if you're a musician out there, a lot of people are in the thought that don't make the big fish bigger or richer. I believe in the bigger the big fish get, the bigger we get. And we got to grow like that. If we don't support channels such as this one here and the many others that stream our music, if we don't get out there and put a couple bucks, even whatever you got, to support, um, your music's not going to be heard. I think it's really amazing what you guys do, and I do know uh, how the pay structure is. You guys don't make a lot. You're doing this for the love, for a hobby, your passion for music, and you're sharing our dream. And it's amazing what you do. I strongly suggest whatever, if you can support these communities, these channels, it's important. It's important to me.
I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Absolutely. And this is just the beginning of a long friendship. And again, anybody out there that's making music, feel free to hit me up on IG at budgreen916, and we can get your music on. I go live every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, and don't worry about having to pay for a skip or anything. Your first time through, we're going to put that on when you come in after any paid skips. From there, we got a free list where I just stack people's music on it. It's got like 250 songs on it. We will get to it, guaranteed. So everybody deserves to be heard, and I really, even if I don't like the song, somebody out there is going to fuck with it. But here's a little secret: I like just about everything I hear. So it's going to be hard to be like, I don't think Sack's going to like this one. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Like my dude, he always trying to get me, right? Like, I'm a hip hop dude, right? Like, I've always listened to hip hop, but I also listen to a lot of other things because my parents, my dad likes country, my mom likes country, my dad likes classic rock. So I also listen to, some old country and then classic rock as well. But I listen to stuff that my mom used to sing around the house, from like the 20s and shit, from her grandma and shit, So, I always, coming up, he's like, you ever heard this song? And he'll say it, and I'll start singing it, and he's like, dude, how the fuck do you know this? You're a hip hop guy. I'm like, I'm a lover of all music, really, dude, to be honest with you. One of my favorite songs in the entire world is, Why Do You Build Me Up, Buttercup Babe? That shit is so good, bro. Like, it's such a heartbreaking song, but it's so good. Like, it's one of my favorites. I remember.
And the memory that's attached to it, probably even more so, right?
Right, because, I was listening to that song. The first time I heard it, I had a 1965 Thunderbird, and it only had an AM radio in it. And I used to get the oldie station, and that song came on, like, this song is amazing. And it was me and a friend, this chick that lived down the street, and we were just friends, and we were rocking out, and then I had to go find it, and I recorded it on a cassette tape and just played it over and over and over again. We'd rock out to that shit all the time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That shit fire. Well,
yeah.
Frank, is there anybody you want to shout out before we wrap this up, my guy?
Everybody here. Elena G, thank you for this amazing introduction. I think that's how I got to know you a little better. She did mention that she shared, or I saw it, that she shared a song with you. Everybody here tonight, Lori, Hetriani, Folk Punk, Queen Survivor, Snooks, Gary Hubbs, I can go on forever, and to all of you that I met tonight, I really appreciate all the support, the kindness, and that's been the key. If it wasn't there, back to that question you asked, I've been fortunate. I hadn't had not even one negative response to anything that I've put out there. Everybody I've met and everything that the comments and the kindness I've received, it's overwhelming, and it's a beautiful feeling. And shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody. There it is. Yo, I want to thank everybody coming through tonight for Frank, man. It really means a lot, not only to myself, but also to the artists that we support. And I'm glad you guys had a great time tonight. There's plenty more on the horizon. We'll be back at it again on Thursday, I believe. Let me just... Yeah, we got L.A. Herencia coming through on Thursday. He is a hip-hop artist out of Florida. Then we got Thought Provoker coming through on Saturday. And the one and only Shakes P coming through on Sunday. And, of course, every Friday night, we go live at 7 p.m. Pacific. So any artists out there that want to have their music submitted, feel free to either email me, which should be in the description below, or you can send it to my IG or Twitter as well, and we'll get those played for you. You know, I can't wait to hear all the new music and meet all the new people. You guys have been an absolute delight for as long as I can remember doing this channel, and I hope the best for everybody. Have a blessed week moving forward, and give someone a hug. Yeah, let me give y'all a hug. Come here, give me hugs. Come on. Only the ladies though, dude. Get out here. Come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace. All right.